It is Sunday, March the 10th, 2012. And I'm here at Toronto General Hospital. I got an email this morning that Councillor Carmen Corbasson died after surgery. And a bit later, the Mississauga News came out with an article. I can't believe I'm reading this, but I have to. Carmen Corbasson dies after surgery. By Alex Consiglio. March 10th, 2012. Former longtime Ward 1 councillor Carmen Corbasson has died this morning after complications arose during surgery last night. Corbasson, 62, lived and worked in Mississauga most of her life and was first elected to City Council in 1994. And just for context, she was 62, I'm 63. She has 2 daughters, Lisa and Julie, and 2 grandchildren, Summer and Gabriel. Mississauga-Streetsville MP Brad Butt knew Corbasson well and said everyone is in shock over her death after what was supposed to be routine surgery. And that's what I was told too. Routine surgery. She was the most giving person, said Butt. She always put the community first. She was so selfless. Butt says that's how Corbasson would want to be remembered, as always putting other people and her community first. Judy Imerson, the former director of the editorial. I'll try that again. Judy Imerson, the former director of editorial for the Mississauga News, who was a close friend of Corbasson, remembers her as the most, quote, wonderful, honest, hardworking person who cared about everybody. I'm right here in Port Credit, here Ontario and Lakeshore Road, and I'm just going to redo a drive that I did back in March 2007. And there was a threat that the Grey House was going down over here. And I was driving this way towards the Port Credit Library. And I'm dedicating this to Councillor Carmen Corbasson.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just a couple of very brief comments now that I've heard from my colleagues. I hope you're not insinuating that I don't have the city's best interest at heart. And I'm sure you're not. I'm sure you're not, because you referred to me as the ward councillor and how you feel that I need to vote. I do have the city's best interests at heart, and I certainly have Port Credit's best interests at heart. Again, for all the reasons I outlined at last week's committee meeting, I feel very, very strongly that the library should remain where it is. And it's not just because of the overwhelming support from the community for that decision. Yes, they are key stakeholders, and they are a very large piece of the puzzle. But this is a decision that we, as a council, as a community, as a ward councillor, are able to make in and of itself. I don't have to worry about land use, heights, density, the Ontario Municipal Board overruling me, This is a decision that I strongly believe that I will look back on and know I made the right decision and left a wonderful legacy in Port Credit with our branch library being located in Port Credit Memorial Park.
Take a look. Take a look at what a beautiful place for a library. And there's actually, I'm going to drive here, right to the corner there. You can actually see people. I don't want to get too close because you don't want to invade privacy. But they're sitting there in orange sofas, reading. One's reading the newspaper. A couple others are talking story. And over, and maybe you can see it, there's the Credit River to the right there. And isn't it just beautiful?
I have a motion by Councillor Corbasson, seconded by Councillor Mullen, that the respective deputations by the following individuals to General Committee at its meeting on March the 21st, 2007, expressing their concerns regarding the relocation of the Port Credit Branch Library be received for information. Frank Gioni, President of FRAM. Janice Alton, resident. Chris Mackey, resident. Alan Seoc, resident. Ian Hodge, resident. Ian Smith, President, Town of Port Credit Association. Dorothy Tumia, resident. Doug Watson, Chair, Credit Reserve Association. Hugh Stewart, resident. That the corporate report dated March the 12th, 2007, from the Commissioner of Community Services regarding the relocation of the Port Credit Branch Library be received for information, and a recorded vote is required.
So you've heard the motion. All those in favor of the motion, please stand. All those opposed, please stand. The motion carries.
This is a decision that I strongly believe that I will look back on and know I made the right decision and left a wonderful legacy in Port Credit with our branch library being located in Port Credit Memorial Park.